Hello, Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius, let's get into your Venus retrograde video. Let's see what is going on for you. Let's see what's going on for you. All right, Venus, the goddess of love, pleasure, art, music, aesthetics, enjoyment, cooperation, romance, sexual desire, erotic love, attraction, aesthetics, art, and music. This is your video. All right. Let's get into it. Let's get right into it. Sagittarius, talking to you wherever Sagittarius is in your birth chart. You're that fire energy that rules ninth house, and we are in the year 9. Yes, we are in the year 9. So you thrive on adventure, or you thrive on freedom, new experiences. And so Venus retrograde really forces everybody to slow down, right? So some of the things that you're going to be reevaluating are your relationships, values, financial habits, something that might make you feel frustrated about, right? But it's a good thing to slow down when you talk about, because Venus connects us with love and money, right? Not just love. So you want to reevaluate, making sure you're not hopping into a relationship with somebody who's going to make you broke it broke. So let's get into it. All right, let's get into it, Sagittarius. All right. I'm grateful for everything. I'm grateful for everything. That's right. Staying in a posture of gratitude, being grateful for everything. Let's pull an angel number. Let's pull an angel number here. Yeah, so when you're talking about in terms of loving relationships, you want to think about commitments versus freedom, a freedom dilemma. So you love your independence. And retrograde may highlight areas in your relationship where you've been avoiding emotional depth or commitment. Exes and unfinished love business, past relationships may surface, or you might reflect on old flames, questioning if you've truly moved on. Testing relationship values. So if you're in a relationship, you may feel uncertain or whether it aligns with your long-term goals or need for adventure. And then self-worth and personal growth. You kind of rethinking personal philosophy on love. Reevaluating self-image, avoiding big financial moves, rethinking work-life balance, all of those wonderful things, right? Friendship and social circle shifts, travel delays or second thoughts about just basically who you want to travel with. You all are a sign that loves to travel. And so if you've been traveling with people in the past that you feel like, okay, I need to reevaluate this now that my social circles are changing. Do I really want to spend the money to be around certain energies where it's just this awkward silence there, right? So 662, big picture. Make choices that reflect the main goal. So your angels are asked that instead of focusing on the little things that can distract you and create negativity, you shift your focus to the big picture today. Your angels remind you that when you keep the image in mind, each choice you make will be in favor of what you ultimately want. So reflect upon your main goal now. Write it on a piece of paper and put the paper somewhere you will be able to see it constantly, such as beside the bathroom mirror. 662. So there could be two lovers that at this, where your high priestess card here, now you're starting to see some things here. So this number 2 connects us with high priestess, and those two energies, these two lovers, may have caused a lot of causing you to make you feel like you're going crazy, like you're the one that's delusional. Except sources saying you're trying to see a big picture in something and you're grateful for everything. Let's get into that, because you're reevaluating relationships, like who you date, who you decide to procreate with. Do you want to be connected to their family? Like you're literally thinking about all of that during Venus retrograde, because again, you are money, right? And so it's not just about paper and coins. You're thinking, do I want to travel with certain people? Do I really want to be aligned with the way that they think? Are they carrying some kind of generational cycles, chains, and curses that you're looping yourself into? Is it going to be unsafe for you and your own inner child? You know, it's like a whole lot of things you're thinking about during Venus retrograde. And, Venus also connects us with the color green. Does the grass seem like it's greener on the other side when that's not even really grass? It's imitation grass, right? So the dark side of Venus is that it can be vain, vengeful, green with envy. And so what does that envy look like? And what does that vengeance looks like? Who is that vengeance coming out on when they can't take it out on you? 191, new opportunity. So make a positive change. Your angels are pushing you towards a change you need to make. When you are excited about new opportunities and people coming your way, good things will arrive. You are being encouraged to focus on the positives in a new situation and to look forward to the challenges that will inevitably come with them. So listen to a song that empowers you right now as you let yourself feel inspired and excited for what is to come. What is to come. Definitely moving from your, you have to end something with two dark magicians as new opportunities are trying to come in. You're going to have to just end something with two dark magicians, because something, even if somebody wanted to save, somebody, so it's like the resentment is too deep. The resentment is too deep. Like, somebody is holding, that's number 6, looks like a rounded back with a bulging belly. These two energies are holding on to something. They're holding on to something, and it's causing them this, they're on the dark side of 9. So when you go into hermit mode, you saw that darkness come out. Somebody saw some darkness with these dark magician energies come out, right? You're trying to create new opportunities or be open to new opportunities, and they use that opportunity to create something real dark that they've been holding on to. So the resentment is real, real deep. So we don't have the power to save anybody, but you certainly can pray for people. So you are reevaluating relationships big time, not just going along with the flow. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right. Yeah. So as you're in your, or headed towards your north node, your sign rules 9th house, and your spiritual knowledge is expanding. A lot of people are just learning things and just how people use religion to cover up things. People in your family use religion to cover up things. And to justify behaviors. And so somebody is holding on to something, some kind of a belief system about something, but somebody has been in between two, going through a rebirth. It's like you're going through a rebirth between two dark magicians. All right. Breaking a generational cycle, chain, and curse, but you will be cutting both of them off. Yeah, to finally get some peace. You're cutting both of them off to finally get some peace. It's to Taurus. You're moving on from their shady behavior. During this time, again, you're reevaluating relationships. Now it's going to make sense to some people. It's like you may think in the past that certain zodiac signs just cut people off they just cut them off like they're cold and they just cut people off. But it's because their mind is never stopping. It's always thinking. Things are constantly coming through the air. The window of opportunity is wide open for you. So you're about to get off of a bus. It's like stop the bus. I don't want to be a part of something anymore. I don't want to connect with certain energies anymore, because something is really coming to the light about how unhealthy something is. So your motivation is changing. Now something is starting to make sense as to why certain people that you love have decided to quietly just move on. There's nothing that they can do because they're literally fighting up against an organization. And it's not like they've given up. They just went into prayer warrior mode. Yeah. So they created room to go into prayer warrior mode and letting source handle something. And source is, you're grateful that some things are behind you, especially when these energies were saying that someone that you love moved on because they're depressed. Almost like, like when you hear about, not anymore with like pets, but like pets, go off by themselves right before, they pass on or they transition. And that's what these vain, vengeful, and green and envy spirits were trying to say, that somebody, is now starting to isolate themselves because they feel like somebody is so depressed they may do something to hurt themselves, which was a lie, which was an absolute lie. And so source is saying now you're starting to realize what's really going on here. That's why you're learning how to reevaluate relationships with energies and just your whole thought process as to why people quietly move on. They're going up against a machine of abusers. So, yeah, you're reevaluating everything during this Venus retrograde. So I feel like you and somebody are back in the saddle again. Away from these karmics, away from these karmic relationships, right? So that the tower can fall. Yep, so that the tower can fall. Because more and more is being exposed every single day as to why people are just quietly moving on. So, see all of these things right here. Somebody is now using their time to create multiple streams of income. See all of this right here? Like you see somebody with herbs right here. So somebody could be creating some potpourri or something. Somebody could be creating a candle line. This looks like aloe vera. Somebody could be writing a book. There's a feather here. This looks like a feather. Yeah. So a lot of things are happening here. A lot of things that you're using. You're more motivated. You're motivated by other things. The more and more you deepen your spiritual knowledge, the more and more you see how some people use things as a cover-up to sacrifice people. So this energy right here, like you, has sacrificed a lot. Your spirit has sacrificed a lot. Your ancestors have sacrificed a lot for people. That's why people move on quietly, so that they're not considered as delusional, mentally ill. This person needs to be restricted because they're going off and everybody's supposedly fake, concerned about certain energies. They're not concerned. They just trying to be familiar with this energy. You and these energies are going to go away and tell other people. Source is saying it's something that's already, but you're divinely protected. You can go ahead and put a manhole cover over the past. Your wishes are being fulfilled like other people's wishes are being fulfilled, because it's already exposed as to why people are, people are recruited, people who feel like they are just worthless. They feel worth less than everybody else. And as they come on in, what's behind door number 5? A nightmare. So source is saying something is coming right to your door. Something is coming right, physically coming to your door. Someone is coming to your door just to let you know what's been going on. Somebody's son or their grandson is coming to their door to let you know what's been going on, to enlighten you as to what's been going on about these two karmics and just being imbalanced. That's why they just feel ashamed and imbalanced. What seeds have been planted, what lies have been told, all sorts of things, how people jump to conclusions, assume something, just pure craziness. But somebody is finally free. Finally free, like you are. Somebody is finally free. So, well, yeah, so this is coming to your door very, very soon about these vain, vengeful, green with envy spirits. And that's what Source is saying. Listen, when planets go retrograde, I have an entire retrograde series on the second channel. It's called the Knowledge Channel. Go and watch it. It's breaking down retrograde for all planets, right? But Source is saying before you consider, oh, Venus is retrograde, I'm about to meet a new love, Valentine's Day, all these things, Valentine's Day already passed, all of that, Source is saying consider generationally what karmic cycle you're getting yourself entangled into. Doesn't matter what your age is. Sit down for a second and slow down as if Venus is retrograde every single day. Reassess all of it. Some of these energies have family members that'll come into your house and take pictures of stuff, and next thing you know, money come up missing. Spiritually, your joy will come up missing, all kinds of stuff. The source is saying that is why people just move on quietly and go into prayer warrior mode and meditation. That's where their gifts increase. That's where they become spiritually stronger. So you can't be just restricted by one belief system. Somebody said had to go to another depth of spiritual strength. Yeah, that's how people join new teams. They're just like, okay, something happened where these seeds are being planted, and this is being growing for a long time. And so sources saying that is the reason why people switch teams. That is the reason why people are like, okay, yeah, you have a title, but you have no authority. You can't speak up. You can't oppose anything. And that's why people join other teams that people end up demonizing. So here we go. So finally you're getting some rest. Now you notice somebody is not quietly moving on because they depressed behind closed doors and pretending to be something. No, they've already resolved something in their spirit. They went right into prayer warrior mode. I'm telling y'all, that is why other people join other spiritual types of groups, because to gain understanding, because they're not getting answers for asking questions. Yeah. So people are not worried about people assassinating people's character behind their backs. They go into the Creator for answers and getting clear and concise answers. That is why they don't talk to certain people, and neither will you, because they are responsible for creating this right here. Feelings of worthlessness. So I'm telling y'all, during this Venus retrograde, before you talk about I want new love in my life and how come my ex isn't calling back, and you be grateful that they didn't call back. Sources protecting you from something. Everybody should be reassessing love and other people's love language during Venus retrograde, and who you're spending time with. All right, let's get ready to close this out. But yeah, you're learning how to quietly move on and not bring out your blowtorch because you're frustrated and confused about things and just going along with everybody else's flow. You're learning how to quietly just move on and go into prayer warrior mode. Because in prayer warrior mode, in your 10th house, source is going to show you the full picture, not just a bird's eye view of people gossiping and spreading rumors about this and that. This person, they want to take flying lessons. They want to be a pilot. They want to do this. They don't know what they want to do. They all over the place, trying to limit people. So these same energies go right into trying to destroy people's future with their lies. They're depressed. Have you checked their mental health? All of this, spreading all kinds of lies because they're covering up something. And everybody knows what they're covering up. So here we have the Emperor card. Everybody knows. You got a sicko right here. This sick energy right here. So source is saying to you, instead of you getting angry, get into prayer warrior mode, because the tower is already coming down. People already know what this energy accepted money for and paying people to do, to be a part of their team. Not accepting, but paying people to do stuff. Ruining people's career. I mean, just doing the absolute most, working with an organization to ruin people's career, their reputation, doing the absolute most, telling lies. The double tower on them and the organization they're attached to. Because everybody knows at this point what they all been into. And how long it's been going on. So, yeah, nobody's stupid. So, yep, this energy is threatening people coming back. I mean, just y'all see what's on the cards. Nobody wants to go back to that. Being in survival mode. These energies are behind closed doors saying what they're going to do to somebody if they ever come back around. Like, yeah, right. Whatever. Here we have the Empress card. Yeah, threatening people. If somebody's mother comes back around, they're going to hurt somebody's mother. I mean, just pure craziness. So just let the tower fall. That's why Source said you and somebody need to move away from these energies. Get away from these energies so the tower can fall. So, yeah, so somebody received money to do something for 8 hours a day, and they feel even more worthless. These energies right here, yep, to do something for 8 hours a day. Yep. So here we have, you're sitting on your throne carefully, just vetting your thoughts. And this is what you have in common. This is what you have in common. These energies pay people to watch people because of what they're doing behind people's backs. Illegal. Straight up illegal. Here's the King of Cups here. So something is bringing you to a new level of emotional maturity when it comes to why people quietly move on. So you're not jumping to conclusion, oh, this person is weak. They didn't speak up. They should have said something. They should have told somebody, because of familiar spirits. Familiar spirits get some information and it shoots off like wildfire. By the time it gets to people that can actually help, the story is all mixed up. It's wrong. It puts victims in danger because people are spreading rumors and lies. That's the reason why people quietly move on. But this is the year. This is the year that this is being exposed big time. It's already happening. I don't care how many people these people put on stage, how many spotlights, how you dress it up. None of that stuff matters. They're responsible for a lot of stuff, including getting people locked up, including that. Mental institutions, all kinds of stuff to cover stuff up. So judgment has already started coming down. They are obsessed. Absolutely obsessed. So a lot of people are going to be reevaluating, you know, stuff that's now uncovered from the past. A lot of people are uncovering stuff. So it's like the sun illuminates the moon. That big ball of energy outside of you, inside, illuminates people's feelings about things. So Source is saying a lot of people are going to be reevaluating during Venus retrograde, of thinking the grass is greener on the other side. We're talking about the color green with Venus. It associated with the color green. So it's like people are going to be thinking that the grass is greener on the other side of what's behind closed doors. It's literally like thinking that as a kid, your best friend, what they got going on in their house is better than what your parents could provide in their house. And you go over there and you realize all they doing is arguing all the time. There's always some chaos and confusion going on. And then you find out later, you find out all of this stuff. And that's what Source is saying. People are just covering up, making like everything seem like it's fun, but it's just too much chaos and confusion going on. So that's what Source is saying. That's what Source is saying. Is that you'll be taking the blindfolds off of all the lies that you've been hearing about people from the past and going, Lord, that's why you see why people just move on quietly from the shade. Because if they spoke up or showed any level of anger or frustration, that's exactly what these energies want, to continue with the mask. That's why people move on in humility. Because they know who this owl is behind what. That's what increases people's faith. Their prayer life is increased. prayer life is increased. Because people would think that they were delusional. So Source is saying you're learning how to dream bigger. You're learning how to expand your spiritual knowledge in all humility. This is knowledge right here. You're learning to just be a receiver, listening, balanced out. And you're looking to the stars. Looking to the stars. Meaning your north node, your life purpose. What is your life purpose? But yeah, Venus retrograde is going to cause a lot of people to reassess how they spend money, who they spend time with, you know. And you all are the I philosophize sign. So you all are not necessarily religious, but spiritual, deeply spiritual zodiac sign. And so you're expanding your knowledge, but don't be surprised if people around you are helping you with expanding your knowledge. So if you got colleagues or people who have different backgrounds, you may find yourself even more drawn to them. Just learning. You have a new opportunity coming across your path because you're broadening your horizon. That's what I'm saying. Somebody at work. Somebody at work with a different, that grew up different, or whatever industry you're in. But be careful about love affairs in the workplace. Be careful about that. But somebody from different, maybe have a difference in their spiritual journey is going to help you understand something. And at first for some of you all, it's going to be exciting. Like, oh wow, you're learning new things spiritually, but make sure you're careful about a love affair in the workplace. Be very careful because you have a new opportunity coming. And so it's saying you're a very independent person. And something has just been exhausting, but you're learning how to invest your time wisely. So Money Tree, this is coming out a lot. Some people are reading the book, The Money Tree, which is a really, really good book, and resources. So yeah, somebody has learned that somebody moved on, and somebody is reading the book, The Money Tree, to get away from abusers. They're trying their hardest to get away from these abusers. They feel restricted. When they look in the mirror, they just see this dark entity because that's what they've been told. So, and somebody's just exhausted. Just exhausted and just want to just be by themselves. But somebody that you know, the way that somebody trapped them into something is by being in some kind of love affair and who they were in the same industry with. The same music industry, entertainment industry. We're talking about Venus, fashion industry. They were in this. That's how somebody got caught up in something. It's either somebody's son or somebody's son got caught up with the Leo. So many choices. Many choices. And something has been a complete nightmare for them ever since. They thought they were free of something, and somebody dragged them back into a karmic cycle through their weakness in love. Try to drag this one back into it as well, but this one right here, try to drag this one into something, right? Try to drag somebody back to, like, trapping them into something, but this one had already moved on. And so they went right into character assassination on this one. But this is a same copy of in your life. Same thing. Same thing. There's a lot of people have in common. Persevere. What do you want? Life source. Behold beauty. The pause is the shift in whatever you wish and your heart path. Your head and heart will no longer be at war with each other. When somebody needs prayer, you won't sit there and ask, well, what exactly are we praying? You're just going to go straight into prayer warrior mode. Source will tell you exactly what you need to pray for. That's how you have a lot of opportunities coming your way. This is why you have a lot of opportunities coming your way. People know that you're responsible, just like they know someone else is very responsible. But you and somebody will not be going back to that chaos and confusion and cover-ups. Meditate. So you're going to be connecting with somebody who is going to help you to learn how to meditate. Here's 40. help you to increase your prayer and the value of, you know, how much you feel, your spirit feels richer, it feels wealthier when you meditate. You've had time to sit down and process your thoughts. So somebody that you may meet in the workplace is going to really help you to meditate. Really help you to meditate. Sit down so you can process your thoughts and realize people who learn how to move on calmly from things, a level of hurt, get a chance to process their thoughts and go into prayer mode and be very intentional and deliberate about what they are praying for. Very clear. Yeah, if somebody, I feel like if somebody, as a fire sign, if somebody had told you something, it would have taken off like wildfire. And so, but that would not have been the best. That would have put people in more danger. Here we have expansiveness. Eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. So meditation is about to be, where prayer and meditation go hand in hand. Go hand in hand. So that you can see how people have been talked to as if they're this dark entity for so long, they couldn't even see what was going on. And they had to physically move away before they saw something. And that's what you have in common with somebody, that you don't see things while you're too close to a situation. You can't see what's going on in your own hometown until you move away from it. And you go, oh my God. So something is complete. You're really reevaluating relationships now. Really reevaluating them. Remember, age does not equate to wisdom. Whenever you learn, right? But yeah, that is what I have for you. Hopefully this has been helpful. Like I said, hopefully this retrograde, you will really sit down, reevaluate all the relationships, the energies you're connected to around love and around money. And recognize that the grass is not always greener on the other side. All right, bye.